Alright, so I'm at the Stonewall Elementary Chicken Coop Tour today, and I'm also going to check out their vegetable garden they have at this elementary school. So follow me on this journey.
Here's the entrance to the elementary school's gardening area. Very nicely laid out gardening area here. Coming up, I'm going to show you the different coops that we tour. There's fairly nicely designed ones, very high-end, and some that are much more budget-friendly. As well, one coop that is made for ducks, and another coop more like a rabbit hutch at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. But as you can see here, they got several different flowers and herbs all throughout this gardening section here at the beginning. And a lot of their cool season crops like this, I think kale was starting to bolt, go to flower.
Potatoes here.
They had several rows of potatoes throughout this gardening. Probably, I'm guessing, because they'll be ready to harvest by the end of the school season, which should be towards the end of May, beginning of June.
Looks like all potatoes here growing. A whole bunch of coffee grounds for compost, looks like.
Some more cool season crops that bolted. Much more potatoes. There's a few onions on this row here. They have them in a container raised above the ground, and you can see the labels where the kids' names. They planted their potatoes there. And more onions. And over here is some kind of a squash plant. I really couldn't tell exactly what that is growing there. So let's get on to the coop tour. This is the first coop, which is actually the school's chicken coop. Most of all their hens were actually hatched in their classrooms by the 5th grade.
All bolted up.
We have 2 hens on a nest. Their babies are supposed to hatch Wednesday and Friday. So Berlin is in the far nest. You can go in if you want. Her eggs are supposed to hatch Friday, and Jennifer, the little black one, will hatch Wednesday. So they won't be coming out to visit today.
Right.
Very cool.
How many do y'all have?
Oh, 7, 8, 9. We've got 2 babies. And we're going to have more.
Look at these over here. Look at that little
Nice
chicken
large
there.
size run for the chickens.
Alright, so we got our map here. It's pay for the map, and then it's a self-guided tour of different chicken coops in the city. So we're gonna go through here and see where it is. And as you can see, we've got a map here of Dallas and different chicken coops around East Dallas here. So it should be very interesting, and let's see what all we find here in East Dallas by us, where we live.
Alright, so for the coop number 2, this is, they were inspired by their sons being involved in the school. This house was very close next to the school area here, and they actually say it was primarily used and built using recycled cedar fence panels. And they actually ordered their fertilized eggs from eBay and hatched them under two of the school's hens.
Right here.
You can see they have a watermelon out there feeding their hens with. It's about 95 degrees today here, touring the different coops, trying to keep the hens cool. We got it located in a nicely shaded spot under the nice large trees next to their house. All right, here's coop number 3. This is what they would call a MacGyver's coop might have looked like. It's made out of PVC campaign signs and other found materials, it states here in this brochure. And they also had some soldier fly larvae as a treat that I missed recording. And also check out their self-watering system that they have here. I'll show you a little bit later on in a second. And more importantly, what I really was interested in this location was their beehive that they had in their backyard. We were here and everybody got excited. One of the hens actually laid an egg.
Yes, she did.
Wow.
She's gonna go get those treats.
Egg salad sandwich.
It looks like they're using one of these 5-gallon buckets for the hen's nest.
Thank you very much.
He has this temporary neon fencing around the chickens here to protect them from the people, and the hens, you know, won't escape. It looks like he mostly free ranges these chickens in his backyard.
Look at this, honey.
And here's the beehive that I was talking about. They call this a top bar beehive. Really makes me want to get some bees in our backyard. I've been thinking about it for a while. This was very, very cool. You can push the pause button anytime if you want to read through some of his different posters that he hung up. A little more information about his coop and different things he's got going on in his backyard.
Poke it like you were, and then like it smells up. And even if they don't know, when they start drinking, and then all of a sudden it starts going
And then one more thing he did have hung up around his yard was this netting stretched way high to keep out the hawks.
noise that you can.
And here's the self-water system that he had installed in his coop that I was talking about earlier.
Have you ever had the eggs break because one egg rolled into another? No?
Alright, so for coop number 4, this is the White House and Feathered First Ladies. This was built on site by the owners and is seriously reinforced and has yet to be breached by any predators, it says. It says the owners get very blue-hued eggs that they're so large they cannot close them in their egg cartons. This one was a pretty cool house. As you can see on top there, they got a little chandelier hanging inside.
Oh, my chocolate. Actually, no. That's a mess. That's an apple.
need like consistency in your routine. Kind of, we were getting 1 or 2 eggs a day. And then when we came through the winter, it was like flipped the switch on. Early March, just all of a sudden we're getting 7 eggs, 7 eggs, 6 eggs, 7 eggs. So we didn't have one day where all 8 of them. But they're kind of streaky. Like one of them will start laying and she'll take 4 or 5 days ago. We'll stop for 2 days. And then I do then she'll start again. And I throw 4 or 5 days on top. And then it's like yeah, it's less running. It's more creamy. The yolk's bigger.
Feeder. Down here is got a self feeder, gravity fed feeder. It looks like.
I mean, just throwing down more fingers.
Hello. Oh, you're a strange looking one.
And it also helps.
She's busy.
And of course, this is their nest boxes.
They were fine, so we closed this door. Like, there's like a... So obviously this was down, and then this door was closed, and we put insulation blocks here on three of the windows, and then put like over this so they could still see. But and then just put a Ziploc bag. Look, I'll show you what the next picture of it. But see, this is all. So this is what I get when they like.
Alright, so for coop number 5, this is the one I was talking about that has ducks. This was a pretty nice layout, but they were encouraging people to not have backyard ducks as pets from their experience. Here they had some a potato bin here. They're growing some potatoes. We'll come back out in a second and check out some of their vegetables that they're growing. But this is the duck coop.
I was really thankful because I built to me for a long time. Modern
They had a couple of little ponds in the back there, as you can see.
They prefer to sleep underneath the house. I don't want
So luckily he will be rehabilitated and the mother needs to pass out. Are healing boy.
They were explaining everything about the ducks. They were very educated about ducks and trying to encourage people not to actually raise ducks in their backyard.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, and they are disgusting. It is. That is a disgusting animal. And it's, I spent about the first line.
Alright, so we're back out at the front here of their entrance. They do have a few little raised beds here growing some different herbs and veggies in. Alright, for coop number 6, this one is, they decided to build this coop after last year's chicken coop tour, it says, and it's made from repurposed materials. But here's some vegetables they got in some raised beds here. This one is pretty nice. Actually, was had used some windows, and in this area over here is the chicken run that is attached to this house over here on the left. Got one of those PVC feeders. Here's the windows I was talking about to the front of the coop.
Oh, yeah, when's that? Is it once a week?
So do the windows in the back, is that where y'all get the eggs, or do y'all have to go in?
No, we just
That's nice.
Then they got this little
This is cool.
section connecting the run to the house here.
I don't know if I see 10 chickens. I think maybe there's 5.
Here's the back of the coop where they open these windows to get the eggs. Here's a quick look at their raised vegetable garden and bed, as well as they had solar panels on their house, which is very cool. And rainwater, they had several rainwater bins collecting rainwater around their house. All right, for coop number 7, this was built from an unused dog kennel that supports a grapevine. And they also had a one
And if I get a new chicken or something.
at the State Fair of Texas, a ribbon winner, some of their hens here.
Yeah, so I keep the new ones in there so they can see each other, but the old
As you can see there, there's the grapevine growing through the middle there. As you can see, they got plenty of shade also.
She's fruity right now. She's the one panting in the box. And there's one back here that's, she's a runaway.
Once again, this was made out of a dog kennel. The house part here to the right.
There's just chickens everywhere in East Dallas.
And the grapevine there.
I was asking all the chicken people, is that your chicken? There's chicken that is. So they're grounded because they killed my yard. They ate cookies there. They're never coming out again. And I have a new dog. It's not trained, and I don't want to train her. And I don't.
And if you look around this side, they had a few tomato plants planted, raised up, and they had some upside down filled wine bottles here to water the soil there. And up above they had the nesting boxes raised up high here.
But that's why the dirt's on this stuff back there. So I dug it all up. Lay really well. The white one here is a leghorn. She lays really well. She's crazy. She's really wild. And then the red. I'm trying to.
And then on for coop number 8, it states that this little coop is perfect size to keep 3 hens happy, safe, and they built this out for less than $75. It states here. You can see he's got a little raised bed of tomatoes.
Did it do it for him?
No, he can't reach them.
Did they eat it?
Out of his hand.
Out of your hand? You might just have to throw them in the yard and let them get them later. You have to throw them in
This
the
coop
yard.
shows you can have a budget-friendly coop from recycled materials.
Do you want to feed them?
We
No.
got 3 girls in there. They're all in the coop at the moment.
Just throw them down so they can have them.
We got two Americanas and 1 Plymouth Rock. You're welcome. Thanks, guys. They've been getting a lot of attention today, so they're a little whipped. That's right. They're on the back. I built this out of an old doghouse that I found on Craigslist. I knocked the sides off, replaced them with the fence posts that I found off the side of the curb.
I'm going to go over here and sneak a peek at his tomato bed here in a second.
Thanks. I built the whole thing for less than 75 bucks.
All right, on to coop number 9. In the front yard here, you can see over here to the left, they actually have a front yard vegetable garden, which is pretty cool.
Like steering her with her head.
Make our way to the back. This they call the red, white, and blue chicken coop. This coop is made out of homemade items found throughout. And what the coop lacks up in style makes up in functionality and adaptability. It says the keeper has been keeping backyard chickens for 20 years, and they just started this organic veggie garden in the front yard.
Yeah. I think 2 of the dogs would be okay, but 1 dog.
compost pile there they got going on.
No, it's a chicken. She's the mama hen. She's the one, she's an Americana, lavender Americana. She's got 4 chicks up underneath her. She's being a surrogate right now. They just hatched last night. Really? Yeah. So, they had 6. What timing? There were 6, but 2 of them are not sitting on the eggs anymore, so I don't think they're going to be viable.
Put them in the sun, maybe it's too late.
She's been off of them for
a lot of them reflux, so you want a breed that's heavy enough to...
the rest of the chickens are all the way down there because it's all shade.
A lot of stuff to look at in this yard here. They had this run along the side and down the side of the house, the back side of their fence all the way down the side of the house. It was pretty neat, nice and long run for the hens. Plenty of space.
This is great. With a hawk, they need to be able to dip down and get back up. They don't like us to be stamped down. No, I have 6. I live in East Dallas.
Just no
It may take me a little while to get everything.
She doesn't actually know.
All right, coop number 10 is actually not a coop for hens. This is the rabbit coop, rabbit hutch. That is very cool. It is home to a Flemish giant rabbit.
Well, that's a good looking, look at that coop. Now see, that's a good looking coop.
The owners were explaining that they had this custom made
sunscreen inserts
and designed for them.
to either cut down sun or cut down weather. The boiler's over that band, he goes inside. It's fully lit about the train. So he's we're in the house. He has full roam of the yard as well. The yard's set up in a way that he can't get out of the yard. We are careful because he'll eat most of the plants in the yard. The herbs are on an elevated platform, so he can't get. Oh, the dogs and the rat and Bo get along so well. I saw one of the dogs sit down on our sofa and Bo went. And it was like cooling down because Bo set up straight.
Then you can clean it out.
Thank you. Yeah, straight and south.
Oh, they got some stones and that ice on there, so it's nice and cool right there.
That's so much fun to And we're adding a mister system out here because even if we're going to 70, he'd probably rather have 50. If we're going to 50, he'd probably rather have 30. So we're going to cool it down.
If you see the rabbit is laying on, it looks like some marbles, tiles, and then they have those frozen ice packs. He's got a nice and cool place to lay down.
Yeah, this was I got to hand it to my wife. She did an amazing design on this thing.
So is that her business?
No, she's a housewife. Take care of the home. She designed this, gave her drawings to an architect who built it. He actually designed it around these 4 trays. So she bought the trays and said that this run area had incorporated the trays. And then, that's where all these food containers are. And my wife was thinking about expanding this to have chickens.
And they were actually showing some of the different herbs and veggies that they feed their rabbit.
He shows his rabbits and stuff, but
Do y'all have dogs?
we do.
But there's only the nurse hawks, the fully grown Flemish China hawks don't come after.
So thanks for watching. There's just a quick look at the 2014 Urban Coop Tour in East Dallas.